Alex will can about 2/3 full of crushed ice. Now I'll take a teaspoon full of water.
La 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Bee girl, what are you doing in here working? Did you forget that today's the party?
He probably isn't even aware it's December. Well, tell us, Einstein, what are you working on today? Analyzing the effect cold has on water? If so, I can save you some time. It's called ice.
Well, if you really want to know, in preparation for our impending Yuletide festivities,
Translation, our Christmas party.
as I was saying, I have discovered the formula for manufacturing a reasonable facsimile of simulated snow. It should provide a suitable replication of winter atmospheric conditions.
He's making big snow for our Christmas party.
That's cool, Beaker. Where'd you learn that? Well, it's really not that big a deal. After all, snow is only frozen precipitation in the form of translucent hexagonal ice crystals that fall in soft white flakes. I just thought I'd make it feel more like Christmas in here.
Ah, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Translucent hexagonal ice crystals. Okay, enough with this science lecture. We've got a party to get ready for.
Are you serious? He would have us using Bunsen burners for candles and giving us a quiz on cloud pattern and on which weather.
I think he's going to love it. I mean, just look at it.
I'm looking. Let me get this straight. We have a cardboard fireplace, artificial tree, a plastic wreath, and fake snow.
Yep, nothing says real Christmas like fake decorations.
Hey, speaking of fake decorations, how come over here, Baker?
Well, the resolution has begun to crystallize and we should be close to.
Close to turning on the Christmas lights? Did anyone check to make sure they worked before we got all of trouble putting them on the tree?
Well, I didn't try them, but I just feel certain they're going to work. Should we wait for Mr. Cutler?
No, let's go ahead and do it. Savannah, you get the honors. Can we get a drum roll, please?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh no, this can't be happening.
Hey, Beaker, if you want to pull and spare a few minutes, we have a big fun situation over here. Do you know anything about Christmas lights?
Only they're based on a closed electrical circuit that is connected so that the current passes through each circuit element and turn without breaking off.
No, not that. Do you know how to fix them? Everyone knows that there's got to be Christmas before there can be lights.
Oh, Mr. Cutler, you didn't see you come in.
Well, it's quite all right. Hey, when you guys asked me if you could have a Christmas party in here, I had no idea you'd go to this much trouble.
Well, everyone wasn't in any trouble at all, at least not until we found out the lights didn't work.
There. That should resolve the situation.
bulbs and test their resistance.
I think he means he took them out until he found the battery.
Well, however you did it, thanks very much. Hey, I know y'all are trying to get ready for a Christmas party, but I would hate for us to miss the opportunity to learn something as well. So, can anybody tell me about the story of light?
Are you referring to Isaac Newton's speculation of matter and light?
If you really want to know where the light began, you can read all about it in the first chapter of Bible. The first thing God did when he got ready to create was to turn on some light.
Well, that must have been a pretty big light switch.
Actually, all he had to do was say, "Let there be light," and there was light. I think what Mr. Cutler wants to know is the story of light at Christmas. You know, as Mr. Shepherd moved outside.
Well, you're getting closer.
Closer to the party finally starting?
Look, we have all afternoon to have the Christmas party. Let's talk about this for a few minutes. Besides, we're still waiting on Beaker to provide us some snow.
I know there's shepherds in the nativity scene, but what did they have to do with light?
More about what light had to do with them.
That's right. You see, it was midnight when the light came to the shepherds. Well, they were out on a hillside watching their sheep. The Bible says that an angel of the Lord stood before them, and they were very afraid. But the angel said, "Don't be afraid, for I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people."
Translation?
I didn't even say anything!
I know, I'm the one that needs the translation.
No wonder the shepherds were scared. If I had seen something like that, I might have done a little dance myself. For the shepherds in the field, it was just another night. They were watching their sheep underneath the moonlight. Everything changed right before their eyes, and the glory of the Lord filled the skies. And I know it was scared that we can't blame them, but there's just one thing that I keep wondering. When the shepherds feet shine in the middle of the night to cover their eyes from a light so bright, do they turn their head? Do they want to run away? Now I really want to know, did the shepherds feet shine? They heard the angel's words, well they must have been confused, saying, "Don't be afraid, I'm bringing you some great news. After he was born, on this very day, you'll find him in a bed that's filled with hay." Suddenly the sky was filled with shouts, but there's still one thing that I wonder about. Did the shepherds feet shine in the middle of the night to cover their eyes from a light so bright? Do they turn their head? Do they want to run away? Now I really want to know, did the shepherds feet shine?
So we have the light of creation and the light that the shepherds saw. Is this this is the story of Christmas or the story of life?
Well, technically, I suppose it's both. In fact, I think you could even say that Christmas is the story of life.
Having the lights on the tree?
Well, not exactly.
You mean there's more?
Duh, she's talking about the light from the star.
Any sort in particular?
One that led the three wise men to the east to see the baby Jesus.
When you consider that light travels at 186,000 miles per second, the star you are referring to could have been billions of light years away.
Translation?
Well, the star you are referring to could have been there since the beginning of time.
So what you're saying is that God could have known since he created the world that it's going to see something to earth?
Absolutely.
So they used the light to announce the shepherds and use the light and to lead the wise men to where baby Jesus was. And when he got there, they found a tree with lights on it, and that's why we're having a party.
That would be totally unfeasible, since it wasn't until 1882 that the first Christmas tree was lit with electricity. Before that, people glued candles with melted wax to tree branches.
Where do you learn all this stuff, and why do you have to share it with all of us?
I think I'm starting to get it now. This really is the story of life.
Yes, Savannah, it is. But that's not the most important question.
When does the party finally start?
Where's the true life of Christmas?
That's the question that I'm talking about. Hey, but does anybody notice something else missing from the story?
I think I know the deeper to answer this one.
I don't think I need Keagan to answer this one. There's a star in the darkness that's shining so bright. There's a glow in the fireplace, warming the night. There are twinkling lights sparkling on Christmas trees, but they can't compare to the light that I see
beginning of time, God knew that he would send his Son to the world. Before the beginning of time, he had already planned to send the light of the world for each of us.
Eureka! I have it!
What exactly do you have?
The proper vapor composed primarily of water!
He means let the party begin.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come.
Awesome job.
Receive her King. Let every heart prepare Him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs impose, while fields and floods, fox hills and plains, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain, that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain, that Jesus Christ is born. Looking for Christmas was the hope of the Savior, more than just an ordinary baby in a manger. Waiting in wonder for Christ to appear. All to the promise, Emmanuel, God is with us. He is the light before Christmas. He is the light before Christmas.
Just to make the announcement, if anybody wants to see it again or wants to come and see what we do out in the community, we will be performing this same musical at Victoria Gardens at 2:30 this afternoon. So you're all invited if you would like to come out and see them do it again. Thanks, guys.